I once worked at a place where there was a guy who was always getting the ass end of the overtime. Always the Saturdays, always the Saturdays. And it wasn't just, Saturday here and there. It was every damn week. And if somebody called in from one of the other shifts, he was the one that got the ass end to covering the shift. Next 4 hours. And then they'd have him come in early because somebody else got something like that, It just sounded like he was getting the ass end of it. I didn't like the guy much. I frankly considered him lazy. He was once leaning on a pallet jack like this and saying, God, I'm so busy. I'm busy as hell to someone. And I just watched him long enough, and through time, before I knew the guy, and I come up and I said, I guess you must be reading from a different dictionary than me, as I'm standing there sweating and going, because I know what fucking busy is. Well, they say they're trying to kill me, but they'll die trying. They came close once. And people keep trying to push me to my limits. But what they don't understand is that I like the idea of seeing close to my limits. I don't like the idea of knowing my best, because at that point, you mean that's all you got? What if I can't get any better than that? That's a terrible way to look at things. We're as perfect as we're gonna ever be right now, and we can always get better. That doesn't make any sense at all. But you know what? You put that on a t-shirt, $30,000. You'll never be more perfect than you are now, but you can always get better. What does that say? That's gotta make somebody think. It made me think. What would I see if I saw it? Oh, you go into real estate. You just screw people left and right. You may be perfect now, but you can get better. You can be screwing everybody left and right. You can have more than them and still be perfect, just as you are. So this guy came time. One of the few other people he was working with, his cohorts on that shift, was supposed to be taking the Saturday. And this guy, you could see him, he was just fucking wore out. Well, see this, he's in a different job. He's getting his ass kicked. He's in a different job. He let them believe that he was fucking busy all the time. And so they fucking gave him a promotion. And he got into a job where he had to be busy all the time because they expected that. They fucking run you into the ground. Yeah, well, what do you expect? If you can hardly stand up on your own when you're saying you're busy, then it's not hard to get run into the ground. They're fucking trampling you. They got you because you made them believe you were a busy guy. Now you suffer. However, he was getting his ass kicked. And this other person was supposed to cover for the person, the Saturday work, that day, full shift. And he'd worked over because he gets his ass handed to him. That's the only reason that other person was covering. But then there was a parade the next day, and the other person fucking called in. So they called him and said, you gotta get your ass in here. He's like, He'd had enough. And he, like a dumbass, went on social media because that parade person was on social media and saying, hey, I don't know if it said called in or not. I don't know. Laughing about that. But she was at a parade. Like this person very much. But, you know, you can't fucking screw around your cohorts that much. You got to be able to count on them once in a while. You screw them around too much, they're just going to throw a wrench at you. That's not even putting a monkey wrench in things. I'm saying they're going to throw a wrench at you. And like a dumbass, he goes on social media and he says, "Ha! Son of a fucking parade." And then it turns out that the production manager, his daughter, was at the same parade and was married to somebody else there that was at the parade. And you probably shouldn't have said anything. But everybody's connected on social media, so people see it, and it gets and they didn't like what he had to say, so they just said, "You know what?" And the thing is, I don't know if he was right to say it. Like I said, what a dumbass. He was right to be angry. He was right to be angry. He was getting screwed left and right, and he never got anything good out of it. So they saw that on the social media and they fired his ass. So you're talking about the company basically, because he was saying call in and everybody knows which company he's with, so he's connected that way, and so people know, yeah, you brought the company into it. And they can decide what they want depending on how good a worker you are. He probably fucked things up all the time. He was still getting screwed. He wasn't, he needed to get out of the way and let somebody else in that would do a better job. It works out fine, but that's not the point. The point is, like a dumbass, he said something on social media and got canned about the place he worked, involving the place he worked. So why is it then we come to today and I see some guy that's tweeting and threatening shit. He's like big in government guy, and he's on Twitter, on social media, talking about his place of work and threatening people, and they don't fire his ass? It's been a while since I wondered what the fuck is going on here. But pretty much it's still just the same old joke it's always been.